Good morning, everyone. My name is Arslan, and you are watching Proper Pariksha, the place where we strive for excellence in a simple and comprehensive manner. So, today we will be starting the new topic and the second last topic of Chapter 12, Class 6 Mathematics, that is proportions. So, I hope that you have made the notes and solved the questions along with our videos for ratio and how do we calculate ratios and how do we understand the word problems related to ratios. So without any further delay, let us start the topic of proportions. So what is a proportion basically? Proportion is anything if two ratios are equal, we say that they are in proportion and use the symbol this one or is equal to equate the two ratios. That is, if I say that I have to add, for example, I have to add petrol and engine oil in the proportion of, let's say we have to add that in the proportion of 100 is to 1, then that means that petrol will be, if 100 ml, then engine oil will be 1 ml. If this will be 1 liter, then this will be 10 ml. So such things, when we equate two or more things with a definite ratio, a definite order, then we say them that they are in proportion. If two ratios are not equal, then we say that they are not in proportion. Okay, then they are not in proportion. In a state of proportion, in a statement of proportion, the four quantities involved when taken in order are known as respective terms. They are known as respective terms. For example, when we say that petrol and engine oil are to be added in the ratio of 100 is to 1, then we will write a term respectively. Respectively word emphasizes the order of the mention in the question. If I am saying petrol and engine oil in the ratio of 100 is to 1, that means that petrol comes first and so does the ratio which defines that, and engine oil comes afterwards and so does the proportion, that ratio that defines that. That is why we use the word respectively. First and fourth terms are known as the extreme terms. Second and third terms are known as the middle terms. So if we say that P is to E and this will be done or is equal to will be written, and after that we'll write 100 is to 1, then these will be the extreme terms and these will be the middle terms. So this is not something which is quite much technical or to be remembered for very long, but you just need to remember it for the class 6th and 7th. After that, this will not be generally used as a form of question or as a keyword in a question. So we'll understand proportions by looking at some examples. So proportion is nothing but an extended use of ratios. We have understood ratios. We have calculated how we have understood various methods to calculate ratios. We have also done some word problems related to ratios. We have also understood that the units should be same. So all those concepts plus one more extension with the usage of this particular symbol or the usage of equality symbol, equality sign is known as proportion. It is nothing like very new. So we'll just solve some questions, some examples, and you will be able to understand what is a proportion. Check whether the given ratios are equal, that is, they are in proportion. So this statement is the best definition of what is a proportion. When the ratios are equal, they are in proportion. Simplest definition. When the ratios are equal, they are in proportion. When the ratios are not equal, they are not in proportion. For example, you say equivalent ratios. You understand that? Equivalent ratios. So if I say that I have 10 is to 5 and then I will write 100 is to, so 10 into 10 is 100 and 5 into 10 is 50. So we can write that. Then this is a proportion. Then this is in proportion. And if I write 10 is to 5 and then I write 100 is to x and I say that this particular ratio, these ratios are in proportion, find the value of x, then that means that you just have to do 10 upon 5 is equal to 100 upon x and your answer will be at the palm of your hand. Now, coming back to the question, if yes, then write them in proper form. So we have 1 is to 5 and 3 is to 15. So we will see if 1 is to 5 and 3 is to 15 are same or not. So in order to convert 1 is to 5 into 3 is to 15, what can we do? We can multiply the extreme term into 3, the 1 into 3. So what will we get? We will get as 3 is to 15. So if we compare this, then they are in proportion, they are equal. So we can say that they are in proportion, and we will write that just by mentioning this sign or in mentioning is equal to. Coming to the next question, 2 is to 9 and 18 is to 81. So how can we make them similar so that we can compare? One term can be made similar, and that will be, how will 2 be 18? It will be by 2 into 9 is equal to 18. So what we'll do, we'll just write 18, and 9 into 9 will also be done. That will make it 81. And we see that 18 is to 81 is equal to 18 is to 81. Therefore, they are in proportion, and the and will be omitted, and either this symbol will be used or this symbol will be used. Either of them will be used. Coming to another example. So I hope you are understanding that the proportions, the topic of proportion is just an extended version of ratios in which we have to make sure that both the ratios are equivalent fractions, nothing else. When these things are written with in the form of numerator and denominator, we call it equivalent fractions. When they are written in the form of using the colon, then they are known as the equivalent ratios, or better word, proportions. 15 is to 45 and 5 is to 25. Let us compare this one. So in order to make 15 into 5, what can we do? We can divide it by 3. So dividing by 3, we will have 15 divided by 3 will have 5, and 45 divided by 3 will have 15. And we see that they are not in proportion. Therefore, they are not in proportion. Coming to question number 4. So since they are not in proportion, we will not have to rewrite it, because if they are in proportion, only then we have to use this symbol, or we have to use is equal to symbol. 4 is to 12 and 9 is to 21. So 4 is to 12 and 9 is to 27. So how can 4 become 9? Is there a possibility? I think that it is not, but let us see. 9 upon 4, so it will go by 4 that 2 times, then a decimal 0. So 1 0 will again become 2 times, and that will be 8, 2 0, and then 5. So it will be 2.25 times. So I have to multiply 4 into 2.25 times. And if I multiply 2.25 into 12, what will the answer be? 5 2s are 10, and it will be 1, 2 2s are 4, plus 1 5, and 2 2s are 4. Then after that 5, 2, 2, and the answer will be 0, 0, 1, 4, 2, 6, 7, and 2, 7, and 2 is 27. Therefore, if we multiply this into 2.25, we get the answer as 9 is to 27. And since they are equal to each other, therefore 4 is to 12 is equal to 9 is to 27. This concept has been used by us in the ratios, in the exercise, in the solved examples, in the unsolved examples, and in the starting video. This has been made to make you understand that this thing is used with the ratios, so that when you come to the topic of proportions, you do not feel an alienation with the concept, and you can understand this much more easily. Next question states that rupees 10 to 15 and 4 to 6. So I said when 2 is used, it means a colon, and left is left, right is right. Therefore, we will write 10 is to 15 and 4 is to 6. So can we make 10 into 4? Let us see. 10 divided by 4, what will we get? We will get 2, and 2 0 will get 5. So it will be 2.5. So in order to make 10 into 4 or 4 into 10, we need to multiply by 2.5. So I will just multiply by 2.5, and I will multiply 6 into 2.5, and that will give me 6 5s are 30, and 6 2s are 12, plus 3 15, and that will give me 15. So yes, it is correct, because 2 into 2.5 will give us the answer as 10 is to 15, and they are equal to each other, therefore they are in proportion. Coming to the next example. Are the ratios 25 gram is to 30 gram and 40 kilo into 48 kilo in proportion? Okay, so what we will do, we will have the okay, there might be some confusion or some excitement among some of the students and viewers that since they are in gram and this is kilogram and kilogram, then they need to be converted. No, they do not need to be converted, because kilogram and gram are the extension of each other or forms of each other. That is, 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram, and they both represent the same thing, that is weight. Coming to the next point, that the units should be same when things are to be compared. Therefore, units of 25 and 30 are same, and 40 and 48 are same. So there is no problem as of now. We just need to make sure that the ratio is same or not. And third thing is that when unit is same on both sides, it will get cancelled out. It will get cancelled out. As to when we were solving the questions regarding ratios, I showed you that, for example, one is having rupees 1 and another one is having rupees 0.5. Then the rupees will get cancelled out, and one will be divided by 0.5, and then it will become 10, and this will become 5. After that it will become 2 is to 1. So rupees will get cancelled out. So it is meaningless over here. If it had been that 25 gram is to 30 kilogram, then the necessity of conversion from kilogram to gram or vice versa would have been necessary. Are the ratios 25 is to 30? So we just have to do a simplification, and we need to see if they can be converted or not. So 25 is to 30 and 40 is to 48. We will simplify that. After simplifying, we will get 5 is to 6, and because 5 will be, it will be divided by 5, and this will be 8 5s are 40, so it will be 5 is to 8 6 are 48. Therefore they are in proportion. Coming to the next example. Example number 9. Are 30, 45, 45 and 60 in proportion? So such question, if it is written, we just have to take them in order. So I will write that 30 is to 40, and this will be 45 is to 60. We'll try to simplify this, and 30 and 40 will be simplified in the following manner, that it will become 3 is to 4, and this will be and, because as of now we do not know if they are in proportion or not. So this will be 15 into 3 is 45 and 15 into 4 is 60. Therefore, yes, they are in proportion. Example number 10. To the ratios 15 centimeter to 2 meter. Now comes the converting of unit part, because 15 centimeter and to 2 meter is different, and 10 seconds to 3 minutes form a proportion. Let us see. And for now, you can see that this is something that is having a different type of unit, and this is something which is having a different type of unit. That is, one is measuring time and one is measuring length. So first of all, we will start with the basic, that we have to convert that. So it will be 15 is to 15 centimeter is to 200 centimeter, and we will write 10 seconds is to 3 into 60, that will be 180 seconds. So second and second will get cancelled out, and centimeter will get cancelled out. After that, we will see that 15 can be simplified by using 5, so this will be 3 times, and this will be 5 fours are 20 and 0, so this will be 3 is to 40, and this will be 10 and 180, so it will be cancelled out by 10, and this will be 1 is to 18. So looking at the value of the ratios, it is not in proportion. But can the different types of units be compared? That is a question, and that is for you to understand as a homework, because if we look in fundamentally, then we see that the units are getting cancelled out, and the ratio is ultimately not having any type of unit in itself. So When we will come to certain questions in the exercise, we will get to that part. But this is for you to understand, for to Google it out, or to look into the NCERT book, that can two different types of units be in proportion. For example, if this was not 1 is to 18, if it was 3 is to 40 only, then would have we said have would we say that it is in proportion, or we can't say in proportion? Let us find it out. So I hope that you have understood all the concepts and the questions taught by us. And if you like our lectures, you can subscribe and hit the like button, and you can comment in case you found the answer to this particular homework of comparing different types of unit and mentioning them as in proportion or not in proportion. In the next video, we'll be dealing with exercise 12.2. And till the next time we meet, keep making notes, keep revising. Goodbye.